Hi guys, welcome back. Well, today we are talking about skincare, and I thought I would just go ahead and do this video because honestly, if I wait to get some kind of routine going, I mean, you may never see it. So a few months back, I posted a video saying I was trying out some new skincare. I wasn't trying to overhaul my current skincare or anything, you know, from my previous video, but I was just trying to add some things in because I noticed, you know, I just needed some extra help basically. So basically today what we're talking about is the good, the bad, what's working, what's not. We're gonna start out with cleansers. In my recent Q&A video, I just actually answered this question, what was my favorite cleanser and moisturizer. So cleanser, I am still using the Origins. This is the Checks and Balances. I actually need to get another one you can see. I keep one by my sink, one in the shower. Absolutely love this. Have loved it ever since the first time I tried it, which was back more than a year ago. That brings me to the newest one. I also mentioned in there, lately I've been using the Colleen Rothschild. This is the Radiant Cleansing Balm. This is the small one that came in the Discovery Kit. I purchased that a month or so ago just to try out her products. Was really impressed with several of them and have since purchased the full size. So this was one of them. You can see the difference here. I absolutely love this. If you've heard anyone speak about this, believe them. I agree. It is absolutely fantastic. It feels great on the skin. What it is basically, just like it says, it's a cleansing balm. So you can see I still have a little in that. So it just looks like that. You'll get a little bit out on your fingers, rub it together, and as you're rubbing it together, it turns into more of like a liquid. It almost looks more like an oil almost, not quite that transparent, but gets really thin. And I can smell it, I have this open. This smells absolutely fantastic. This is probably my favorite of her line as far as how the products smell. Really, really love this. So anyway, and then I just rub, especially if I have a lot of makeup on, this product is great at just breaking down the makeup, but yet my skin, you know, is not irritated by it. It rinses off really well. It comes with the muslin cloth, which I've used, and I've just used a regular washcloth to get it off. It rinses off very easily. You would think the way it feels and looks on your fingertips when you rub the product together and you see it on your skin, you'd think it'd be oily, but it's not. As soon as you run your hand under water, like it comes off. There's no oily residue or anything. So absolutely love this. I would highly recommend this, especially if you can get any coupon codes that she often has out there. So anyway, really love that. Next, I'll use a toner. I don't always use a toner, and I think I've mentioned this before. I don't think it's necessary for everyone to use a toner. We, you know, are taught in school when I went to be an esthetician, oh, you know, you cleanse, you tone, you do all these steps. I find really the only people that could benefit from a toner, in my opinion, are people that have like combination skin, oily skin. Of course, if you have normal skin, you can use it. If you have dry skin, there's really no need to use a toner unless it is formulated for dry skin. Now, the purpose of a toner, most of you know, is to bring your skin back to its normal pH level. One reason why I use it is now that we have moved, we live in an area that has a lot of hard water. There's a lot of chlorine in the water. So I like to use a toner to just get all that off my face after I've cleansed. Also, my skin is a little bit more oily now. Normally it's very combination. It's starting to go slightly more oily, mainly just in the T-zone. So I like to use a toner for that. It just makes my skin feel a little more fresh. So I'm still using the Origins United States Balancing Tonic. Really love this. I've purchased several of these. Again, check the ingredients. Make sure, you know, alcohol is not the first ingredient. So there's my little 2 cents on toners. I feel like I get a lot of questions about toners is why I wanted to say that. Okay, now we're gonna get into the treatments. This is where it's kind of hit and miss for me. So I added some few things in during the day. As many of you know, I think I've spoke about it, you know, off and on, vitamin C does not always love my skin. I know it's good for you, it's an antioxidant, it can help fade, you know, age spots, all kind of good things about vitamin C. Well, I've tried it off and on over the years in different percentages, in different kind of products, and my skin usually breaks out all the time. So, you know, it's just one of those products I've not been able to use. Well, I thought, let me go ahead and give it a try again. I wanted to incorporate it. So I had shown in that past video that I ended up buying the Paula's Choice. This is the Resist C15 Super Booster. This is 15% vitamin C. It also has E and ferulic acid in it. Most of them do. I've used probably about half of this. I can honestly say I didn't see any results with this. The good thing is it did not break me out like most vitamin C serums do. I don't know if that's because it's 15% instead of 20, which a lot of them are. It's hard to say. This one didn't break me out, so I was able to use it fine. Used it every morning. But then again, I didn't see any results from it either. Like I wasn't seeing any, you know, spots really fading or anything like that. I just wasn't seeing the benefits you're supposed to see and that a lot of other people talk about with vitamin C. In conjunction with that, I have used the Paula's Choices. This is the Resist Ultralight Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. This is for normal oily combination. I had to end up getting this one when it got a little warmer. I was using the original before, but it is a much kind of oilier consistency, way too heavy for this time of year. That's something I could use more in the winter time, and it was a lot cooler when I first purchased that. So I'm almost out of this one. This one has hyaluronic acid in it. It has all kind of antioxidants listed on the back of it. I'll list these products below if you guys want to check them out, read the ingredients. So basically what I would do is mix about a dime size, nickel size of this and the vitamin C together, rub it in my hands, and then just put it all over my face. And it was enough for my face, my neck, and my chest. And if I had any left over, I just put it on the backs of my hands. I'll probably end up purchasing another one of these just because I like the idea of having the antioxidants in it. It's not something you're necessarily going to see any benefits from, but you know it's protecting your skin. And I also think maybe using this with a vitamin C helps it not irritate my skin a little bit. Okay, so just recently, I don't know, several weeks ago, I thought I'm gonna just try another vitamin C serum. And I had looked up reviews, saw really great reviews. I'd seen this in like a local health store as well, but seen really great reviews on the Hippie brand. And this is vitamin C serum. It also has, you know, the ferulic acid, hyaluronic acid in it. I am about right here to where the label starts on that. So I tried this. It was a great price. Can't really say I noticed anything different with this either, to be honest. I am breaking out a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's hormonal or if it's from this. Normally I can tell the difference, but I have some breakouts on my chin right now. Normally any breakouts in this area are gonna be hormonal. I'm gonna continue to use this, and after that, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to use vitamin C or not, because to be honest, I'm not really seeing anything. I know it's great for the skin. If you're wanting to try one though, like I said, this gets great reviews, and it was very inexpensive compared to a lot of others when it has the same ingredients in it. I've also, with that same order, I was really curious about trying another product from Hippie, so I decided to try their eye cream. I really love the container that it's in. It is an airless pump, so with those, sometimes you have to be careful about getting just the right amount out, but I really like it. Can't say I've really seen many results, but my eyes feel hydrated. They actually maybe feel slightly firmer, like a little tighter, but it doesn't, I feel it when I put my finger on the area, put it that way. It's not one of those a tightening actual product, because I don't like those. I think that feels weird. I don't like to have my skin actually feel tight under my eyes. So this is just, it says advanced eye cream, has peptides, ceramides, pomegranate, and white tea. So far I like this. It doesn't irritate me. Again, it was a good price. So something else I was using in the morning, most mornings, or I would alternate at night, is a BHA liquid from Paula's Choice. When reading a lot of things about Paula's Choice, and I kind of went into that on that other video, that I don't buy into the hype and all the reviews on the Beautypedia site, Beautytopia, whatever it's called. You gotta take that with a grain of salt. And I don't like when people just take everything that's written on that site from her as gospel and run with it. Like, oh, she says this product's terrible, so I'm not using it. Use your own judgment, do your own research. I always say that about everything. Do your own research. From what I could tell, her serums and her, you know, exfoliants were kind of the, you know, great things about her product line. So I wanted to try one. I have to say, I didn't not like this. This is the 2% BHA liquid, which BHA is salicylic acid. I just don't know that I love this consistency. You basically just pour it out on a cotton pad. I'm almost finished with this one. I would say I'm probably like down to here. It almost has like an oily feeling though, and this is for all skin types. It does end up drying, but I don't know. To me, I don't love the way it feels. It never really overly dried my skin out, which was great because a lot of BHAs can do that. But I don't know that I would purchase this again. To me, it was just okay. I'm not really seeing any hype about her products, loving them. I'm not really seeing they do anything. I know a lot of you love them. They work for you. The only thing I can really totally 100% say, yes, go out and get is that sunscreen I mentioned in that video. I also mentioned it favorites. That is honestly one of the best sunscreens I've ever used. I actually have it on right now on my chest, and I wore it yesterday too. It actually feels soft, like you put on a really nice moisturizer. Like, it does not feel like sunscreen. That's what I love about that one, is I can wear it under my clothes and not feel like I have sunscreen on. So I highly recommend that. The other products, I don't know. I'm not sold on them at all. Another one of her products, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this one. This is the Resist BHA 9. This gets rave reviews. Maybe I just have worse skin than most people, which, you know, is a given. I like it for problem. This is kind of like spot treating for stubborn imperfections, it says. It says visibly reduces bumps, spots, redness, wrinkles. Not redness, not wrinkles. Bumps, I don't know, because I always have some bumps on my chin. They're still there. As far as spots, you know, acne, getting a little pimple now and then, it does work pretty good. If you use it more than a couple days in a row, you will get some flaking, like that typical, you know, acne medication flake that you get. I don't know. So the jury's out on this. What I really like about this is the container it's in, and it's easy to travel with. I don't ever though, because again, it's an airless pump, I don't ever push all the way down or you get a ton of product. Basically, I barely tap it and enough will come out on my finger to use wherever I want. So I do kind of like this. I don't think it does all the claims that it says, but it is a good spot treatment. So something I use after the vitamin C in the morning, and I've just been trying this out for the last few weeks. I got it in that order of the Colleen Rothschild, the Radiant Cleansing Balm. I also got a new, I have the small one in my shower, but this is the dual enzyme polish. This is the full size. I've not broke this out yet since I'm still using the small one. This I loved. Radiant Cleansing Balm I loved, and I wanted to try this. So this was a new product, and this was the Salicylic Treatment Complex. So I've been using this in the mornings after the vitamin C, but before moisturizer. I have used it at night a few times if like my skin's breaking out. Basically wanted to try this just to keep the breakouts at bay, but I don't want anything overly drying. And this is more of like a cream formulation, kind of like a gel cream. So I like the consistency of this a lot. I've not found it, like I said, to be over drying to my skin. So far I can use it every day. I will let you know more on this, but so far I do like it. Just touching on the dual enzyme polish real quick. I leave this in my shower. I use it about twice a week. I'll actually use it in the morning because depending on what I've used at night, as far as exfoliants, anything like that, my skin may feel a little rough and may have some dry places, especially on my forehead, I always notice. So I like using this in the morning just to get that off so my makeup goes on better. Then for daytime moisturizer, I've been using the Colleen Rothschild Sheer Renewal Cream. Really like that for this time of year. It's not enough moisture for me in the winter usually, but for this time of the year, I really like it a lot. Before that, I was still using my Origins starting over. If I just am having like a really dry day where I feel like my skin just needs a little more, I'll still use this in the morning because I still really like it. I'll sometimes use this at night as well, just depending. But most of the time at night, I cannot be without this. This is the Origins High Potency Nitamins. You guys know I've spoken about this, bought many of these containers. This probably is one of the best smelling products I've ever owned. I just love it. Even at night when I use it, I always end up smelling it too. So really love that. It's very thick and hydrating, but doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And what I do with this, I always put it on my chest, But I also make sure I put it on after I do glycolic, because glycolic dries my skin out really badly. So I always like to put some kind of moisture on top of it. The glycolic I've been using, I mentioned that in that video. It was brand new, I think, when I did that video. This is the Radical Skincare brand. They had actually contacted me, wanted to send me this. I had never heard of the brand, did some research, and I thought that sounds interesting, so I agreed to let them send it to me. This gets awesome reviews on Sephora. If you've not checked out this brand, this is the age-defying exfoliating pads. I'm actually on a wait list for it on Sephora, you know, where you can enter your email when they're sold out. So they've been sold out for a little while, and I'm waiting to be contacted so I can buy another one. At the time, you know, I was kind of on the fence about it because I just started using it. It was a little drying and irritating for my skin. I kind of had to work up to it. I was only using it, you know, a few times a week. Now I can use it about every other day. And if you're not familiar, it's just, I have a few more in there. It's just like little pads, kind of like the Dr. Dennis Gross. Just put it all over my skin. I put it down my neck. I have enough, basically one pad, put it all over. I turn it around when I get to my neck, and then I even put it on the back of my hands, and that's enough. This is the one product that my skin likes the best and responds to the best. Some days it's a little more tingly than others when I put it on. Other days it's completely fine. The days it's a little more tingly, that's when I make sure I put this on over it, just so it's not irritated. But when I wake up the next day after using this, like I said, I try to use it every other day. Sometimes it's only a couple times a week. My skin definitely looks less red, more even toned. You know, the pores are smaller. My skin just looks better when I use the glycolic. So I am definitely going to continue using this. I really, really love this product. Highly recommend it. As far as the retinol, I mentioned this before. This is one of my bottles from Makeup Artist Choice. It's the 0.30 retinol serum. I kind of stopped using this when I started using the glycolic because I didn't want my skin to freak out, be too much. I have to say, ever since I went back to using this a few months ago, I cannot use it like I used to. Skin does not like the retinol as much as it used to. It doesn't respond as well as the glycolic. Now, I still do use this almost like as a spot treatment. If I've got a major cystic acne coming up or one's already up, I will put this on it to get the cell turnover quicker to get rid of that sucker. So this is still great. I still love it. It's just my skin is not responding like it used to. Okay, last one product you may be wondering about that I haven't mentioned, and I'm honestly considering going back to because I just love the way my skin felt when I used this product. That's the Perricone MD Blue Plasma. This is the end of one of my bottles. I do have another bottle sitting, waiting to be used, but when I started using all this other, I thought, let me see what this does first. It's an exfoliant, but not a chemical exfoliant. My skin just felt nice when I used this. I may go back to this, stay tuned, but I don't want you to think I don't like this anymore. I definitely do. It is pricey. That's another reason why I was trying some other things to say, hey, if I can get the same results for cheaper, then I'm going to. But I definitely get results with this product, so may or may not go back to that. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I just wanted to do a video letting you guys know what's working, what's not, what I'm still kind of on the fence about because, you know, like I said, I didn't want this to just keep dragging on. You guys know I'm trying some new products. You see I've purchased things, but then I never update you. So this is basically what I'm using now, what's working, what's not. If you guys have any suggestions on things you know I might like for my combination, aging skin, acne prone skin, it's more sensitive than it used to be, definitely leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. So thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.